Hello. Welcome back to the channel, my dear friends, and my name is Gigo. And in today's video, we will be looking at the decking phase of the Ibri project and also the cost breakdown, the total cost breakdown of the decking. In my previous episode, we look at the foundation works, which you see all the stones you see around were taken from the foundation. So yeah, that means that a lot of work went into the digging of the foundation. If you want to see that, you can check in my playlist for this project, which is the Ibri project, and you will see how we started and how far we are and the latest update which will be coming in the near future. The total cost, from the foundation level all the way to the lintel level, including all the block works and the pillar, is 9,130 US dollars. So if you are watching my video for the first time, you can subscribe to my channel for latest updates of this project and any other project that we have here on the channel. We have so many projects. You can go to my playlist and you find the names, and they all comes from foundation to the latest update, so you can check it out. And if you like what you see and you also want to build up your project, you can get in touch with me and I'll forward you to the necessary people so that you can have conversation with them and start with your project. Maybe you are also building, and you need advice. You need to know what comes first and ways of saving money during your construction, not repeating the works, doing it twice because that costs you more. You can also keep watching our projects. You can learn one or two things. It's not necessary you have to use us, but if you have a team, you can always show our videos to them, ask them one or two questions. We are not perfect. The owner of this project watched my Pram Pram project and he saw the mistakes I did and he corrected it in his project. I cannot go back and fix my mistakes, but he was able to get it done the right way. So sometimes if you are watching our videos, you should pay attention and always ask questions. If you see something you don't understand, you can always show the video to your builders, and maybe we are wrong or they might also learn something new. And if anything, you can always comment down below, and then we all learn together to build a better Ghana or Africa for ourselves and our children and our generations to come. So as the title of the video says, it's a total cost breakdown of the decking work, which gonna consist all the woodwork, the plumbing, electricals, steel works, everything. I have the breakdown cost for you, but before we begin with that, I want to just give the specs of this project. This is a Brie, as you can see in the environment, very beautiful place to be. If you are interested in land in this area or a coupon, in the eastern region, if you want an environment like this, we have an agent who is willing to do his service with us selling lands in this area. You can get in touch with me and I'll forward his details to you. You do your due diligence and you do your checks, but he's someone which I trust. So just if you are interested, just let me know and I'll forward you to them so that you can also get a piece of this nature environment in Ibri, which is the eastern region. We have a new base in that area now, so anything with construction, land, registration, Equiapim and Kwewu, all those areas, we have a base there. So if you are interested and you want to do construction in that area, you can get in touch with us. So let's get started with this project. The specs of this house is it's a 4-bedroom house. You have 1 bedroom downstairs, living room and kitchen are all downstairs, and 3-bedroom upstairs, which is the space you see now. So half of this is going to be the master bedroom, and the other half is going to consist of 2 bedrooms, making 3 here. We have another rooftop going up, which is going to be like a rooftop terrace for fresh air, and because the total land size is like 35 feet by 50 feet, which is a half plot, so we don't have so much space at the front. We have a carport which can park 2 cars, so this is the space which we are left with, which the owner wants to use it for greenery, for garden, for the kids, for just a place to relax. But then we need more space, so we're going for the 3rd level, which we're going to see in the near future. The total space for the house itself, the structure, is 13 meters by 10 meters. That is the space of the house. So just bear in mind, because that also, comes with a cost breakdown. So, are you ready for today's course breakdown? If you are ready, kindly please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and like the video, and let's go. So let's begin with the cost breakdown of the decking cost, which is December 2023. So with the materials, we have 12 iron rods and 320 pieces, which cost 19,200 Ghana cedis. Then we have 10 iron rods, 120 pieces, which goes for 4,200. 16 iron rods, we have 124 pieces, which goes for 13,290 Ghana cedis. Cement, they use 120 bags of cement, which goes for 11,400. Next on the list is the binding wires. I think they bought 4 coils, and it is 280 Ghana cedis. The rubber they use for the, on top of the wood to prevent the wood from getting soft, is like 2 rows, which is 500 Ghana cedis. Then the total nail they bought, that was 1,000 Ghana cedis. The plumbing works, all the plumbing works you see, is 3,000 Ghana cedis. Electricals, conduits, all the pipes you see there is 5,200 Ghana cedis. Then the decking rentals, which I believe is the wood that they use for the decking, it was rented and all went for 12,400 Ghana cedis. Then the labor charges, which is the labor cost, which is 18,000 Ghana cedis. And last on the list is water. They have the 4 drums. I think there's one popular they use in Ghana, the white one, which has like the metal around it. They use 4, which costs 500 Ghana cedis. So these are the total, materials that was used and the prices for this decking, the whole of the decking. This is how much it cost. And in total, we're talking about 88,970 Ghana cedis. This is the total cost of the decking. And if you convert this into the US dollars, we're talking about 7,433 US dollars. And it is a area size of 10 meters by 13 meters. So that is the area size of this decking. So if you know the area size of your decking, you can, just do the multiplication, just see how big your decking is, and then you do the multiplication based on this estimate. Then it will give you an idea how much, your decking should cost. Some people will also put in more in there just because they want to make it more stronger, but I think this is a very good mixture they did here with the concrete, which you're going to see in my next episode. You see how it dries and there was no cracks. Like, the owner went back the next day to check if there was cracks or something. There was nothing, meaning they put a lot of cement in there. The ratio of the sand and the cement was perfect in there. In addition, someone can also use quarry dust. So you do the mixture with the quarry dust, meaning you have to reduce a little bit of your sand and then a little bit of your stone, and that makes it a perfect, decking mixture for decking. But most people don't do this. But it is very good to use quarry dust. We didn't do that for this project also, but that's something that my contractor, I learned from my personal contractor, and it was, and I've seen the result of such, mixture. It's very good. It's very good. So that is the latest update. So we're going to see the work that the guys did for this project. The owner was so excited to be on site, seeing how everything, is going, was happy with the guys. They did a very good job. So let me know what you think about this estimate. And also the owner also spent a little bit, doing one or two things, but that's not so much. Just paying one or two little things to support the guys, for motivation. In Africa, you need to put something down to get things done, so. And that's part of the building construction. Everybody wants to eat. Sometimes you have to motivate the guys, so at the end, they had one open bag of cement remaining. He was also scared because he's been watching a lot of YouTube, and you know, like the way things go, things might go wrong and blah blah blah. And he wanted them to finish the same day. So because he has a good supplier, he asked the supplier to just bring 10 bags of cement to the site just in case, just in case something goes wrong. And like I always share on my channel, you really need a good supplier. If you are starting to build, you need a good supplier. So the supplier did that, and at the end he has to take the 10 bags of cement back because it wasn't needed. If you have a good quantification, someone who is going to do a quantity surveyor, we don't come back to tell you we are short of this. We know what we are doing. We know, with experience, we give our estimates. We know what we're doing here. So this has been the progress of this person, this owner. He was so excited to see, how the work went. And in my next episode, I'm going to play his voice because he was explaining a whole lot of things to us. The excitement, the enjoyment, on site, being with the guys. And I think, like, normally he told me to put his voice down and just do my voice over, but I think I have to share that with you so that you could feel, the excitement of being there, doing it yourself. It is nice to get videos from people, and the job is being done well, but you being there gives, extra motivation and strength for you to keep going, because building is not easy. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Just putting this whole money in there and waiting for the next 5 years before you start enjoying what you've done, or maybe 2 or 3 years before you start, is not easy. It's capital intensive, and if things are going wrong, then it even makes it stressful. But these are the little things that when you go through them, it motivates you and it keeps you on your toe to, keep doing what you are doing, having hopes that everything will go well. So I'm using this opportunity to ask for permission to share, your voice, the raw video that you sent to me. I mean, my senior man, people have to hear your voice, people have to hear your excitement, you know, because I could really relate to how excited he was that everything went well, and he also played a part, even though the guys are good with their work and stuff, but there were some precautions he always took, and he always goes there to check. Like, the video is actually long. Like, he goes there after they've done their work. At the end of the day, he goes there and he checks everything again himself, looking at our videos that we do on YouTube, the problems we encountered, the precautions, and all those things. He goes in the middle of the night after they've done their work to check all those things, whether they've done those things in place. And it was perfect. So that was how happy he was, knowing everything has played, very well. And this gives you a confirmation of the team that you are using. That's why some of these videos that we do here is very important, that you don't only watch or listen to what we say, but you pay attention, to details. It is not just watching us build, putting blocks on top. No, you have to pay attention to some details, which he did, especially with my staircase. He did a similar thing to what I did, but he made a correction, and he explained that in the video which I'll be showing the next. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, can you please do so? There's so much for you to learn here on the channel. Like, there's so much project that is coming up that we can learn from. So stay with us. Let's do this together as a team. And now the big question: how much has it cost from foundation till the decking stage. The total cost of the foundation to the lintel block work is 109,280 Ghana cedis, which in US dollars is about 9,130 US dollars. And now the decking has cost us 88,970 Ghana cedis, which in the US dollars is about 7,433 US dollars. So if you sum all of this together, we're talking about 198,250 Ghana cedis for all of this work. And then if you convert it into the US dollars, we're talking about 16,590 US dollars. So this is how much it has cost the owner, so far with this project, all the way from the foundation till this state. And we also know that in the during the foundation, you saw the stones that we took out from the ground, which cost a little bit money extra, and also it is on a hill, so we double some of the block work. So yeah, all of those things contributes to the price, to go a little bit higher. But I must also state that the owner started with this project, I think started with his drawing and everything. The permit was around December 2021, and they started the work around March of 2022. So yeah, we will say it's a little bit of 1.5 years, or maybe let's say almost getting to 2 years, depending on when you're watching. I think in March is going to be March 2024 is going to be 2 years with this project. I just want to state that so that you know the price, because inflation plays a major role here in construction, and also with the economy we have where things are not stable. And that's what I've been preaching, just do it step by step, phase by phase. The estimates, they give the estimate to you in bulk, but you can always make that division and do what you can so that you secure the project, so that it doesn't get damaged. Even if you have to wait for a year before you do something, you always stable, you have something stable. Just like what I did with my Pram Pram project, the whole of 2023, I didn't really do much, because if you've been following my channel, you know that my workplace got burned. So I have been jobless for the past like a whole year, almost like a whole year now, and I haven't done anything with the project, but it's still standing and it's still strong. It can be there for like the next 5 years, and I don't have to be worried. So that's how you will go, step by step, step by step. No rush in construction. Anything can happen on the way. So you take your time to build, else you're gonna get stuck and go broke, and get worried at the end. And if you're not careful, you have to sell it out for a cheaper price. So let's be careful, with our construction. Let's make the right decision. And that's what my channel is for, to let you make the right decision so that you don't get stuck and trapped, trying to do something good for yourself and your future. Everything I share here on the channel are my personal experience, that I want to give out there, so that you can take the good and the bad and do whatever you want to do with it. So this brings us to the end of today's episode. I really do appreciate your time spent here on the channel. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode. Look, do we